Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's tip from the pros. I hope you all had a wonderful week. If you can all remember, this time last week we were preparing for Tropical Storm Henri. Now it didn't cause too much damage, but it did leave us with a lot of moisture, and with the high temperatures this week, a lot of humidity, it almost seems like this rough has grown like 3-4 inches in the space of 5-6 days. So it's a little taller than what we're used to this time of year, so let's figure out a way to get out of it as fast as possible. So growing up in Ireland, in Ballybunion, pretty accustomed to this high fescue. We got mountains of stuff. So here we are. I've pushed my drive on 18. I'm after finding a lie that's pretty buried. So the most important thing is to take the right club. So we have to assess our lie, and you know, I look at this and I say, I don't think I can get a 9-iron out of this. So let's go back to pitching wedge. Okay, and now the key is, once we're in this heavy stuff, is to not grip the club too tight. I see a lot of amateurs that I teach, they want it's deep rough, so they feel like they really have to strangle this thing out and hit it as hard as they can, so they strangle the club. So what I want to do is do the opposite. I want to walk in here with a super light grip. I want to have that light grip so I can hinge my wrist as fast as possible. I want to create that 90-degree angle as abruptly as I can, and then that will allow me to hit down on the back of the ball or get as close to the back of the ball as possible. If I grip it too tight, I'm kind of forcing myself to take it back too wide, and if I come in and bottom out too early, the hosel is going to catch that fescue. The fescue is going to turn my club over, and that ball is just going to go deeper into the rough. So let's go through the process here. I like the ball pretty much in the middle of my stance. Now I'm going to open up the face slightly, and I'm going to grip it super light. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gripping this thing at maybe a 2 to begin with. Once I change that direction, it's going to get a little bit tighter. All right, so nice and soft here. Really hinge those wrists as fast as possible. Keep that weight on that left leg. Hinge the wrist. And that thing would fly out of there faster than you can believe. Another really good club for those of you who don't know what this is called a hybrid, okay? So these clubs were invented probably 10 years ago, and they're a total game changer out of the rough. You could have a lie where you probably wouldn't be able to get maybe like a 9-iron out of. Again, it can't be too deep, but there's times where you can take a 5 hybrid or a 4 hybrid, and you're going to be able to progress this golf ball farther than you thought you could. So what you want to do is, again, assess the lie, sitting down a little bit to where I'd be happy normally with like maybe an 8-iron can come out of this, but I've got a 5 hybrid. Okay, the key to this shot is opening up your stance, making sure the ball is forward in your stance. I'm going to open up that club face. So open up my stance, open up my club face. Again, light grip. I'm going to cock my wrist and hit down as hard as I can. The rough is always trying to close my club face, so I'm trying to alleviate that by opening it, creating a steep angle of attack. All of those things will cause the ball to go straight. So weight forward, same as the pitching wedge, cock my wrist, and rip it out of there. Awesome. Okay, so they're your keys. Try your best to stay out of this stuff, but when you get in there, ball middle or slightly forward in your stance, soft grip, hinge your wrists, and hit down on the back of that ball as hard as you can. Okay, I hope this tip helps, and we'll see you all